guys, I am Sam Bam and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Optimus robots. So what are Optimus robots? Optimus robots are Tesla's humanoid robot, also called the Tesla bot. It's an AI powered robot that is similar to a human being in how it operates in Earth's environment, and it can do any task that a human assigns the robot to do. So what was Optimus robot created for? It was designed to perform tasks that are dangerous. So the task which can cause some harm to human beings, the robots can do it because they are not alive, obviously. So if they lose a part or get damaged, they can just be replaced. And extremely repetitive tasks which are boring and undesirable for human beings, these bots do it well, as they are run on battery power, and as long as the battery runs, they can do those tasks. This will remove a lot of redundant, useless, and undesirable tasks that human beings have been doing for thousands of years. Okay, what kind of technology does Optimus Robot use? Optimus Robot uses AI technology. So basically, a single Tesla chip powers the entire robot. The full self-driving con- uh, console that is used in the Tesla vehicles, which has been running autonomously on the roads, is fitted into this Tesla bot, which which enables it to interpret real-time data into real-time decision making and can perform tasks that we assign it. So it was announced in 2021 and a prototype was shown in 2022, but a lot of new versions of Optimus have been released. Okay, now let's look at the robot. So you can see it. It's pretty much humanistic robot. It's similar to a human being. You can see it has hands, it has legs, it, it has a face. It probably has cameras fitted all around it. It is powered by a single Tesla AI powered chip. It has batteries inside it. It has gear mechanics, everything. So basically, it's a 3D robot that is gonna operate in a 2D environment just like us human beings. It was created just to be alike as a human being because the most amount of flexibility it can implement when it is similar to a human being, as we human beings can do a lot of jobs. So how much will it cost, you might be thinking? Elon Musk says he won't make it very expensive, as he wants almost every human being on earth to have an Optimus robot, because it is very useful and almost like a friend that will aid you in your household activities, talk to you, help you in your day-to-day acts. So just for $20,000 you can buy a Optimus, which is extremely cheap for a robot because it has a lot of cutting edge technology, and it is multi-purpose and one of the coolest device that will ever be built. Okay, now let's look at some uh, Tesla robot in a real-time environment. So in this GIF, you can see the Optimus robot is tasked to arrange batteries in a container. And you can see the Optimus robot doing just that. It has cameras in its eyes and it can pinpoint the location and the task it has to do and do the task. Here is another video. In this video, the Optimus robot was tasked to fold clothes, which is a pretty boring task, if I must say. And you can see it does it with precision and amazingness. Look at it folding a shirt. Like, it is not controlled by anyone, it is just powered by AI. Isn't that cool? And you can see in this video the Optimus robot dancing. Yeah, it dances too. Like it has done a lot of dances. So the dance originated from when the first prototype was announced, and the robot was not that much developed, so it could not do simple actions. But now look at it, just dance in a way. It has perfect balance, and a better dancer than me, I must say, because I just don't know how to dance. Now let's look at Tesla Optimus robot walking. You might say it's just a robot. How can it balance on everyday terrain? But it actually can do those activities really, really well. It's not a big deal for the Tesla Optimus robot to walk, as it has uh, its body physiology is similar to a human being, so the joints are the same, the movement, everything is same, and it follows the laws of physics that we follow to operate in our environment. Okay, let's jump over to the X app and look at some more. You can see the Tesla robots can dance a lot, and they do a lot of dance moves, and they are one of the best dancers. Okay, let's look at another one. And in this video, you can see the Optimus robot dancing again. And dancing with no other than his daddy, Elon Musk. Isn't that great? The same move. They're like tapping each other. Look at it. I think this is the coolest product that will ever be released. Now you can see how the Optimus robots production began. In 2022, it was really a bad prototype. You can look at it. It has all its parts loose. It is a little buggy and a little laggy, and its movements are not that much coordinated. But now look at the 2025 prototype. Look at it go. Amazing build, very aesthetical. You will want that robot in to be a friend, to help you in your day-to-day activities. Isn't that cool? So Optimus robots are gonna take over the world. They're just amazing, and ever since scientific fiction movies started creating robots and all these kind of things to stimulate the human mind to get more productive and build these bots, which were just an imagination back then, but now you can look at it. Can you imagine an Optimus robot working at a restaurant serving you food and drinks? And this image was taken from the Tesla's diner. So Tesla opened up a restaurant in which there are Optimus robots working. Yes, there are no workers. There are some human beings and managers who manage the whole operation, but the main servers are the Optimus robots. Isn't that very cool? I think that's extremely cool. Optimus robots are gonna take over our entire life. They are humanistic in every way. They can do any task that humans can do. They are very, very strong. So basically, you think they cannot lift heavy equipment or do uh, hard works, but actually, they can do all of those because they have a very good AI software that's powering them, plus a full self-driving module that is installed into their software. So every mistake that it does, it learns. You can just see over here, it did a mistake while putting the battery in the container. But then it quickly realized it, learned from its mistake, and then corrected its mistake. Okay, let's talk about some other facts about the Optimus robot. We already know now that it's gonna take over human beings and take over a lot of the jobs. I think a significant portion of the human jobs are gonna be lost to the robot because it's so multifunctional. It never gets tired, it can work non-stop, it doesn't ask for pay, it doesn't say, hey, raise my allowance or anything like that. It totally runs on battery power, it can charge itself, it can do everything it wants by itself. You just have to give it commands, so you feed it, you develop its software to act a certain way, and the whole programming comes from Tesla, the inbuilt robot, and you can add new features obviously, but it is built and developed like a real human baby. So you can think of an artificial intelligence baby that was fed real-time data, has all the data of the internet, knows what human beings, how human beings talk, how human beings act, the jobs they do, the emotions they feel, the thoughts they have, and basically it develops itself to be a superhuman that is in a robot body. And looking at Tesla's site, they are planning by 2026 to develop a million robots. Like, can you imagine a factory that develops 1 million of these robots and sells them for $20,000 each to anyone that wants to buy them? That's freaking amazing. So you having a Tesla robot is not that far-fetched, and you should be really excited that you're gonna have this robot and they're gonna help you in your day-to-day lives. So according to Tesla, the Optimus robots are gonna take over the manufacturing industry, the logistic industry, and household chores. Many people, actually rich people, are a little busy in the day-to-day life, and therefore they have maids to do the household chores, for example vacuum cleaning, washing the clothes, putting them in the washing machine, drying them, folding them, wiping the dust off the floor, mopping, and and cleaning the toilets, everything that you can think of, repetitive, boring, and undesirable tasks. A robot can do it easily. So one use is doing your household chores, or also you can tell it to, hey, go to the shop and go to the supermarket and uh, buy me some chocolates. It'll go to the supermarket, buy you chocolates, come back and give you the chocolates. Isn't that extremely good value for a product? And just $20,000 for it, you get to save time. You see, no hard work on your part. You get what you want in your doorstep, in your hand, and the robot will do all the work for you. Can you imagine a future where there are electric vehicles that move autonomously from one point to another, and on the driver's seat there is Optimus robots is sitting over there doing chores for a person. Let's say a person employs 20 of these Optimus robots and it applies to 20 jobs, and those robots are every day going to 20 of those jobs, earning money for that person and giving it to the human being who's the owner. So you don't have to work, you get free money. It's an extremely good value for your investment. I don't think there is any product that compares to the return on investment that a Optimus robot is going to provide. Okay, now let's look at some features of Optimus robot. So Optimus is powered by a 2.3 kilowatt battery and a sophisticated AI system, which uses modified versions of Tesla's full self-driving. So a better version of full self-driving that allows the electric vehicles to drive autonomously in the roads is imp- implanted in his brain. It's AI brain, which runs on a single AI chip, which is a very powerful chip, can allow it to perceive the world, navigate the world, and do motion planning and carry out decision making and implement the things that it has planned in his head. Okay, the brain. A single Tesla robot powers it, and that's his brain. For example, in human beings, we have a complicated human brain, which which has a lot of connection points and lots of neurons and electrons firing from one point to another to transmit messages. But in a robot, the uh, AI chip of Tesla is the brain, and it functions just like a human brain but thousand times the capability. You can literally imagine that a god is carrying out the task that you want to do. Okay, now what is that AI chip powered by? The AI chip powers the robot core using a trained neural network. So in our in a human brain, we have billions of neural networks that in uh, work in conundrum in a sophisticated system that allows us to perform the tasks that we want to do. For example, speaking, walking, talking, performing tasks, hearing, eating food, using the toilet. Everything is a bunch of sophisticated neural networks working in conundrum to implement that thought out action in a thought out action. So sensors and actuators, what that actually means. So how does it perceive the real world? So it has cameras on its face provide depth perception, object recognition, and spatial mapping. What does that mean is, just like we have eyes, it also has cameras, and these cameras create vision, which is fed into the uh, AI chip, which allows it to do a spatial mapping and object recognition of the entire world around it. So if the whole world, it will have a whole world, it can map in its brain and understand where objects are, where everything is, how and how to react to everything that uh, poses as a hurdle. And its eyes, I must tell you, is better than human eyes, because it it has a wider vision. It can uh, use the data more consciously and multi-purposely. It can create the 3D holographic environmental uh, map, which it can enhance using its vision. So basically, imagine you just perceive the world with your eyes in a 180 degree sphere, but the robot actually has a 360-degree holographic 3D mapping view, which is amazing. So the things that the robot can do, this is the final aspect of the robot we're going to talk about, and it is one of the most popular. But before this, let's look at the generation 3 prototype of the Optimus robot feeding some ham to Elon Musk. Isn't that great? Like, hey, robot, can you just feed me? I'm really hungry. And the robot cuts up the steak or cuts up the meat and feeds it to you with a spoon. And all you have to do is chew and swallow. And it does the dishes after. Isn't that amazing? Anyway, the main components of a Optimus robots are perception. The AI uses its cameras and other sensors to perceive and understand its environment. So it's a 3D robot operating in a two-dimensional world. That two-dimensional world, it perceives using its camera and other sensors, which creates a whole holographic map for it to use and navigate around. And the second is navigation. Is it uses visual navigation and the sensors, as I told, to navigate its surroundings. So it can pinpoint where the hurdles are, where the desired object is, the desired task is, and complete it. And the action. So, how does it actually act? Isn't that the biggest question? The AI directs the actuators to perform tasks, drawing on data from recorded human motions to optimize its movements. So basically, how a human functions, a 3D biological body operating in a two-dimensional world. The human being, every movement, every feeling, every emotion, every sensation is fed into the AI already, which has developed complicated neural networks in his head to simulate how a human being feels the world and interacts with the world. And the AI does the same. The AI neural network brain, which has the chip, it directs the artificial intelligence Optimus robot to do the act that it should do according to the commands that it feeds it. So the software determines how the hardware performs. And talking about learning, this is one of the most futuristic part of this robot, because humans are continuously learning. There's a saying that humans do not stop learning until they die, and that is good, but human beings retain a very few amount of data that they learn. But a robot, it has a perfect memory. Like, any mistake it does, it has it recorded, and you can remember it because it has terabytes upon storage, and it's all in the clouds. And it can just say, hey, you remember, like, uh, I did this mistake at that time, so I will not do it. So before it does it, that data is already transmitted over there, and it self corrects itself to perform the task in the right way. So it is constantly learning and improving its performance based on new data. The new data that it receives, it is constantly transforming itself, changing itself, and developing itself to be better and better and better. And that makes the Optimus robots one of the coolest products to own ever. You wouldn't want to miss out on an Optimus robot. And by 2026, which is just 1 year from now, it isn't even that long, you're gonna have Optimus robot. Isn't that crazy? And now look at this video and try to imagine this. Okay? Look at it. Look at what you just saw. This is an Optimus robot that will be sent to Mars. So what SpaceX has decided is, by in about 2 years, it's gonna launch the first unmanned mission to the Mars. It will be unmanned, but there will be a lot of Optimus robots in there. And just like in the video that you saw, it's gonna be going to Mars. And since it's just a robot, the environmental harmful effects that a human would face, it doesn't have to face. It doesn't need oxygen. It can tolerate huge amount of heat. It will actually build a base for us. Imagine the SpaceX Starship rocket landing on Mars, and hundreds and thousands of Optimus robots pouring out, planting a flag, doing the work, building biodomes, create the different objects that they take to space. For example, solar panels, vehicles. They put it together, get it functioning, and in a few years, after a whole complete base is built on Mars, they, then what? Then real human beings can go there and live, because these Tesla robots have already created a livable environment in this planet which was inhospitable before. And but now there is a livable environment created by these robots. Isn't that great? And you still think space travel and space colonization and making humans as a multiplanetary species is impossible? I think not. Just look at the amount of data and visualization we have, and it makes complete sense. And it is what is going to happen in the future. And it's crazy we're living in a time like this, because never did anyone expect that a robot is gonna take over our lives. Look at this robot doing a surgery on a human being. Isn't that crazy? An artificial intelligence robot having files and files and files of medical data in its head, better than the best doctor in the world, having the best precision, the best uh, uh, best surgery methods in his hand. It can actually make the fatality rate zero, so every operation is successful, no one dies during operation. Everything, every medical procedure is done by a robot, and you just get, hey, you get injured, you go to the Optimus robot, you get healed. Isn't that crazy? And just like this, a lot of tasks are gonna be uh, just taken over by this robot, from household chores to doctors, from driving from place to place, from doing uh, grocery shopping, to working in big factories. Everything, dangerous tasks where the environment poses a harm to human beings, going to another rock surface, going to the moon, going to the Mars. Everything is gonna be done by this robot, and this is the greatest product ever built by human beings ever. And look at it, look at its glory, look at its beauty. This is gonna be the product that is going to be the most valuable product in the entire world to date. Like, I'm not talking about $1 billion, I'm not talking about $1 trillion, I'm talking about a multiple $1 trillion, like crazy amount of money it's gonna generate. Just by 2026, a million of these are going to be built and sold for $20,000. And in the coming years, let's say $1 billion robots sold at $20,000. Look at the value of this company. Look at the value of Tesla. It will skyrocket. Tesla will be the biggest company. Optimus will be the biggest product, and it will take over the planet, revolutionize how we humans live life, and the opportunities we have, and the horizons that we can create. It's amazing. And thank you for watching this video. It's your boy Sam Bam, and I'm gonna upload daily. It's a 365-day, 365 video challenge, and every day I'm gonna post the most futuristic content over here, the most entertaining, the most interesting, the content that's gonna make you knowledgeable about what is going to happen in the future, what the future lies, and how you can get knowledgeable about all these topics, so that we are ready for the future, while people are still trying to comprehend and understand what is going to happen and how everything works, because the future is so amazing, and they can't uh, adapt to the future world. You already know what is going to happen, and you will get upper hand in most of the uh, different competitions that will happen in the human field, and you will have an upper hand to conquer, to win, and be a human that is rich, prosperous, connected, stylish, handsome, and successful. And that's it. That's the boy Sam Bam, and I'm turning off the video. Bye bye, guys. See you tomorrow.